Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Firdaus Show YouTube channel. I got accepted to a CBYX scholarship, and YouTube is a platform where I can share my experiences and help out others in this journey. You saw the title, let's get straight into it. There is a lot to unpack in this video, so make sure to stay until the end. It is a long process. It most certainly involves patience, but do not let that scare you, okay? The directions are actually pretty easy. At the end of the video, I'm gonna explain my experiences when I was applying. So yeah, make sure to stay until the end. And if you have a family member or friend that's interested in studying abroad, sharing this video will not be a bad idea. Okay, just do it. Okay, so since I'm from the state of Illinois, I worked with the YFU organization. The CBYX program was implemented by YFU in the Midwest region. So the steps might be a tad different based on the region you're from and based on the year that you applied to. So a person from California that applied in 2012 probably might not have taken the same exact steps that I did. So that's something that you should keep in your mind. But yeah, with your organization is very important. You will do your orientation with your organization. You will do your language/culture camp with your organization. It's a good thing to know who you're working with, obviously. I want to take an extra brief moment of your time by saying that there is no perfect CBYX student. Everyone that applies to the program has a specific different goal in mind. And in your application, if the admissions see that you put your heart out on education, you're impacting your community, you're doing other things outside of the classroom, such as sports, clubs, bands, they'll definitely take notice of that, and that's gonna impact your results. I would suggest you to take notes while the video is being played. It's gonna be super helpful. Just do it, trust me. First, let me ask you this question. Is the CBYX program the right program for you, the right scholarship for you? Are you personally comfortable with being away from your family, friends, house, back home? What are your goals in mind? You have to set up some fundamental questions like, what's your goals? What do you want to do with this program in the future? And that's going to set you up for success. This is something that you need to be committed to 100%. Step number 1 is to research the program. Your knowledge of the CBYX will greatly benefit you in the later stages, such as your essays and your interviews. And guys, don't freak out when you first search up the CBYX acceptance rate. The first thing you'll see is a Wikipedia article stating that's less than 2%. That's 100% false, stupidly false. I talked to the admissions officers, admissions teams, and they said it's more like 25% if you actually put in the work. When it comes to the specific dates of the program, it changes from year to year, but this is how it generally goes according to their website. So fall is the application becomes available online. December is the applications are due. January to April are the selection processes. The March to May is the selection announcements. April/May is the international departure or the pre-departure preparations. July to September is the group international departures for Germany. June to July, the year following is the group international return from Germany, and program conclusion activities such as going to DC and meeting with senators and all that. When you click on the CBYX official website, you're going to be greeted with this: scholarships to study abroad in Germany. First thing you'll do is obviously where it says select your state, you select your state. It's super important. As I said, here it shows that the CBYX program is implemented by YFU. Then press apply today. It says the CBYX high school application for 2024 program has not been opened. Press this button to be notified when it opens. But it generally, if it opens, there's going to be a link over here where it says apply, and you're gonna press it. But since I'm an applicant, I'm already in it. I'm just gonna press this just to show you guys. And you're gonna create an account, and after you create an account, this is what it generally looks like. Creating an account for CBYX is super easy. You just have to do the most basic things like your name, phone number, email, things like that. Okay, this is what it shows you. Your eligibility requirements for CBYX high school program. Be a student, be a U.S. student, be a U.S. citizen, be this, be that. Alright, so what I first recommend you to do is fill out the biographical information. Look at the terms and conditions, the media release and congressional information, the statistical information, because those are so easy. You just have to fill out information about yourself, like where you're from, your parents, your grandparents. That's so easy. After that, what I suggest you to do is click on the academic, go on the academic information, the academic certification, and the recommendations. These three right here, academic information, academic certification, and the recommendations, you'll get from your counselor and your teachers. So yeah. Alright, I say the last step you should do is the short essays and the host family letters, because those take a lot of time and a lot of thinking. And what I suggest you to do is make a Google Doc, because there is a time limit when you are writing when you're writing these, and if you have like a grammar mistake or like another mistake, it's super easy to fix if you put it on a Google Doc rather than just on the website. And this is what it generally looks like for the short questions. Yeah, just copy and paste these questions into a Google Doc and then answer them. Host family letter. Super easy. You just have to talk about yourself. But yeah, that is how it generally goes. Third step is a selection interview. So after you submit your online application, that's probably going to take you, I don't know, a week or two. You will get an email like this from your organization, and this email pretty much contains everything that you need. Look out for look at this. Although the YFU interview is informal, I would encourage you to consider these questions thoughtfully, as we are looking for students with the following qualities: curiosity, open and flexibility, able to overcome failures, seeing the good in others. And if you see those, this is basically a cheat code, bro. Okay, so like in my personal experience, I didn't prepare for the interview, all right? Even though I should. This is what you should do. This is what you should do. Boom, copy, paste onto a Google Doc, and then just start answering questions. All right, get at least like 10 sentences for every single one of them. Trust me, it's gonna help. It's gonna help you so much, because when I was doing the interview, I was answering them on the spot. I had to remember everything in my life. But if you do it this way, you're gonna be a lot more confident in yourself and a lot more confident in the interview. So yeah, that's something that is basically necessary. You have to be successful in the interview. You have to be confident, and to be confident, you have to be informed about your own self, and that's it. So I'll give you some tips and tricks. in the interview, you just have to be chill, to be honest. Don't stress about anything. Go with the flow, relax, chill. All right. If you're stressing out, you're not gonna be answering those questions as effectively as if you're chilling. You have to control the flow of the interview. All right. You have to control the flow. It's like 1.5 hours long. So don't give out super lots of a lot of information in the beginning, and then at the end you have nothing to say, you have no questions. You have to really control the flow, know when to put your information, know when to speak, know when to listen. And yeah, just be chill. It's gonna be okay. Trust me, it's gonna be okay. Also, beforehand, write some questions on a piece of paper. I don't know, 4 or 5 questions. It's gonna make you look genuinely interested, and it's better than writing them on an email afterwards, because on an email it may take them 2 or 3 weeks to respond back, and that was so frustrating how long it took for them to respond back. So yeah, congratulations, you wrote well-written essays, you smashed the interview, you did everything what they wanted you to do. Now, you are a semi-finalist for the CBYX Congress Bundestag Youth Exchange. This is something that's very nice. You just feel amazing right now, okay? Because you're right about there. This is the all right. This is the end goal, and this is where you are right now. Okay, you just need to get that little step in. All right. So in step 4, what you need to do is you're gonna receive an email right here. You're looking at it, and basically do what they told you to do. So in the questions part, obviously you're gonna copy these questions, paste them onto a doc, and answer them. In this portion, you're gonna fill out the documents. Alright, with these documents, you're gonna print these documents out, all of them, fill them out. Some of these you do need a health professional to do it, so book an appointment with your doctor and let them fill some of these documents out. Then you're gonna scan them. If you have a scanner, you have to scan them. Then put them into a Google Drive, and then email them Google Drive with your documents. Yo, bro, you made that, bro. You made it. You made it. It's the most satisfying thing. One of the most satisfying things in the world. Okay? It's woken different, alright? The air feels different. It just feels clean. My guy, you did it, alright? Finally, you did it. That's the goal, right? You did it. You got accepted. Spam doubles in the chat, bro. Spam doubles. That's my guy. Congratulations. You are accepted to the CBYX program. Now, be proud. For me, it was nothing but positive vibes. Alright? Everyone just encourages you to be better, get better. You'll receive an email like this. This is what the email looks like. That sweet, sweet email. Lots of info, lots of Q&As, welcome to Germany letter, things like that. So now, after this, inshallah, after a couple more months, you're gonna get your info about your host family. Mine was mid-June. Yeah, that's basically it. Other than that, you most likely will fly out to DC for your orientation. Then with your group, go to a language and culture camp for 3 or 4 weeks. and then you're gonna take the train to your host family, and then your life in Germany with your host family will start, and then around 10.5 months later, you're gonna come back. That's it. Alright, if you're still watching this video, thank you. This means a lot to me. Now I'm going to talk about my own personal experiences when I was applying for the scholarship. So back in the November of 2021, the time when it was actually open, I procrastinated a lot. I was also filling out the scholarship for the Nestle Y Russian language program for the summer. And yeah, I was so stressed. I was super confused on what to do. My essays had some good content, but grammar wise, they were horrible now that I look at it, because I was rushing into it. So even in the interview, I didn't really prepare for the interview. So I don't know, it was like an hour before my actual interview on the Zoom, I searched up a 10-minute video about how to prepare for a job and how to prepare for an interview, and then I took their notes and I took their advice, and then luckily it got in. I had no rehearsal, I had no questions that I wanted to ask. I did everything on the spot, on the go, which you should not do, because your interview will not, most likely will not turn out good. Yeah, but yeah, alhamdulillah, everything went fine. Got accepted. It is a lot of work filling out the documents, filling out all the stuff. You have to travel from doctor to doctor, filling out those forms. You have to talk a lot with your counselors, your teachers. You have to plan what you're gonna do in Germany, specific steps. But at the end, alhamdulillah, it was successful. So yeah, that's my story. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to share. Do not forget to share this. Firdaus out.